Okay, so here is your jumpers run from Sunday. She definitely starts sort of slow. So I'm probably going to tell you that you should never ever plan a rear cross with her at the very beginning of a course, because from what I've seen of her, she tends to start slow. She can definitely pick up the pace, but in the beginning, she can definitely start sort of slow. That was okay. Okay, that was a nice run actually. It was nice and clean. But we can make it better. Okay, so I don't ever recommend that you do a really long lead out with this dog because she's not going to like it. She likes to be with you, definitely at the start. But I do think you could sort of, you could lead out maybe to here, so maybe halfway between the first and the second jump in this particular case. And then that would allow you to cue jump 1, jump 2, and it will allow you to get up here and do a front cross between these two. And I walked this course both ways with my dogs. I decided with my dogs there was not a clear advantage to trying to do a front cross between these two jumps or doing a rear cross between this jump and the tunnel. Well, that's with my two really fast dogs, but my other dogs, there was an advantage to doing a front cross between this jump and this jump because it allows you to stay ahead, it's more motivating, and then as you're on your way here to this jump, to this jump, to the tunnel, there's zero deceleration because the front cross between here and here allows you to, well, it sort of forces you to get up here and accelerate to get up here to do the cross, but then it also allows better cueing or motivation or whatever to the next few obstacles. So I probably would have recommended that you did a front there. And I would probably recommend that if there's a course where in the first 1 to 4 to 5 obstacles you have to do a cross, I'm pretty sure that you should probably always plan on doing a front in there and not a rear, just because she does definitely start to, she starts out a little slow and then picks up the pace. So here you're really slowing down and pushing her line and barely crossing behind her. She reads it fine, that's not the issue, but I think you could get a little bit more drive out of her. You do a front cross there, that's nice. This part's all nice. You cue the weeds really nicely. Your front cross at the end of the poles was a tad late. As soon as you see her head coming out here between the last two poles, you can be doing your cross and leaving. Okay? It's a training thing on your part to learn to watch where your dog's head is out of the poles. And as soon as you see them coming out of those last two poles, you can be turning and going. So it was a little bit late. It's okay. And I think you should have done a front cross here instead of here. She pulls it off just fine. You both pull it off just fine. But the reason I say that is because here you're really slowing it down while she takes this corner. Her path is much longer than yours, and you have all the time in the world to do a front cross between this jump and this jump. You could have even, as she's coming up to these jumps, come right up on this jump and done your cross here, and then driven her around to the end, if that makes sense. What you do instead is you sort of keep your distance, but you're barely moving. You see how you're barely moving? You're waiting for her to complete this arc. And a lot of dogs made this jump, from this jump to this jump, really long and wide. And I didn't foresee that when I walked the course myself with my dog, so I was sort of surprised by that. But, and see, now you're so far ahead, which is fine because you plan to do a front cross here. But you see how her stride was cut a little bit short, so she's like got this nice stride, nice jumping stride, and then she's got to cut a little short choppy stride, another short choppy stride there to the end. So very minute pickings that I'm doing on you, but some things that I think could help your dog be better.